Now, part 2 of my exclusive interview with former Mayor Kasim Reed. He told me he is proud that Keisha Lance Bottoms took his place. He says he believed in her more than 2 years ago, and many argue that without him, she wouldn't have been able to get elected. But he told me none of that matters. Your mother describes you as humble.
Are you bringing up my mom?
I got to bring up your mom.
I feel like I'm talking to
bring her
Walters
up,
now.
Mary. She describes you as humble, brilliant, and a statesman. To some of those who have opposed you over the past 8 years, maybe before, they might take issue with maybe 2 out of 3.
That's fine. Well, you know what? That's just fine, because if you look at the record, most of the folks that opposed me lost. I thought was one of the most important initiatives in the life of the city is to have a person who is as talented as the mayor-elect, a person who I identified more than 2 years ago, a person who was my leader on council for 8 years, is going to follow me as my successor. And you've been in politics a long time. That's not really easy to do. Some really terrific mayors frequently don't have the person that they believe is the best person to inherit and improve upon their legacy follow them. And so as far as I'm concerned, the people of Atlanta gave me the best gift that I could ever have received on December 5th in electing a woman who I know is competent, qualified, and capable to be only the second woman in the history of the city of Atlanta to be the 60th mayor.
A lot of people have said, even your critics, that she couldn't have done it, she wouldn't be the mayor-elect had she not had you. Do you embrace that?
What I embrace is that she was the most qualified person to succeed me. What I embrace is that because of the wide field of candidates, someone needed the force and the support of this office really to break through. You know, what people really don't talk about very much, certainly in a city that prides itself on being the city that is too busy to hate, is that 3 out of the 4 finalists or leading candidates for mayor were from the majority community. Only one was from the black community. And so what folks really don't talk about is what would have happened or what could have happened if I had not gotten involved in the mayor's race in a pretty decisive fashion, because you had so many talented people from the black community running.
So that was a home run for you. Did you swing?
It's a home run for the city.
Did you swing too hard? You've heard some of the criticism that you came for a couple of those candidates to thin out, I guess, the field?
You know, I don't really think that I came too hard at all. I think the measure of an act is the result. You know, it's interesting, I hear a lot of commentary and it's like the other side won. Well, everybody else lost. So the measure of behavior is the result, right? It's like when you eviscerated that woman who called you a nigger, right? It became a subject of national credit and praise because of the style and the elegance with which you handled something that was necessary and bad. And the country took notice. So who should be giving you advice on how to handle somebody calling you a nigger? So who should be giving me advice about helping elect my successor? The measure of an act is the result. And the result I wanted was for Keisha Lance Bottoms to be the mayor-elect. And she is. And so if we had had a different result, everybody else would have the right for all of their commentary and chatter. But because we got the result that I sought, it's really quiet. Right? It's really quiet. And I had a really quiet Christmas.
One thing became even more clear during my exit interview with the former mayor. There is no love lost between him and the former Atlanta City Council President, Cesar Mitchell. You're going to hear it for yourself when Public Affairs on Peach returns.